Here we go. Now we've got marks. So pull this back. Now, pull this up, pull it down, go out, go back in. This machine just likes it that way. So I'm going to pull this pin forward so I can get it out. All I need to know, all I'm using the pin for is how high and how low. You know how usually I stick a pin in and I tell you start where the pin goes in? I'm not marking it this way now. This is my mark, okay? And this is my mark of where to stop. And the other thing is it needs to be, once I put this down, take the pin out. It's in the way. So I want it in the middle. Pull the pin out. Ready to go. Okay. And I've got to go back level. I can't allow it to skew at an angle. It's got to be level and straight. So one thing I'm doing is making sure this edge, there's a line right there. I'm making sure that edge is lined up with that line. So my hands are going to keep it straight. And I've got my little mark back there. Going straight back to the mark. Now I'm at the mark. Push that forward. And I gotta stop. I'm gonna give a little bit of reverse to knot it. All right, there's our buttonhole.
I can't see it.
Does that help? Oh, there it is. You can see it now.
Can you?
Yeah. Well, one thing is when you see these on, not in the room, they're darker. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
So now I feel comfortable with it. I'm not going to cut it till I do the other one. What if I screw up the other one and need them to match? So let's do the second one. Let's pull this out so I can see it. Because this was not black would have been better. Or white would have been better. But that was already threaded. All right, pull it up, pull it down, go out, go back in. Line it up here. Pull the pin so I can get it out. And I'm on that same white line so I know they're even. And now I got to make sure they're going the same direction. Oh, now here's what happens. See, the lapel starts shooting down, so it feels like it's not square. So the main thing I'm doing now is watching this and lining it with that so that they can be the same, okay? So let's go. Okay, we're at the mark. Click. We're there. So now we have two buttonholes and they are lined up pretty well and they do look the same size, okay? So now I can pull these out, my little marker threads. And now, fold them in half. And make sure I'm feeling them so I don't accidentally cut through. Go down to the end. Come to the end. Now test it. And the button goes through and it holds tight. If a buttonhole is too big, it gets too sloppy and juicy. So that worked. You see, I'm still apprehensive. Now here's why you have the buttonhole going side by side. Some days you might be like this, eat a little too much. It gives you a little wiggle room, okay? It gives you a little give. All right, so let's do this one. Now this is the test if they're spaced right. You don't want them to buckle. You don't want to get this between them or that. Okay, that's when they're not spaced properly. So, there it is, flat. We're good. This jacket is done.
So pretty.
Thank you. So it's beautiful. And these buttons are like awesome. Now, let me ask you a question. Um, I have two more. I don't know why I bought her four. So here's another thing we could do.
On
If we
the
were,
sleeve?
we could, if they're not too big. I couldn't find small ones, but I bought two just in case. If I were to put one on the sleeve, I would put it, let's see, right in front. See how this would be her in the back? You'd want it right, you know, I don't think it's too big. Do you?
Can you turn it towards the camera?
That's not bad, is it? Does it? It's not good? Crafty's not a good word when you got a tailor jacket. Okay. All right, we won't do it. I will give these to her. Oh, we'll use one on the front of the pant, maybe, if it's not too big. And I'll put it in the pocket so she can have them in case she loses a button. Okay? Yep, we're done. Thank